Hello and welcome. Today I'm going to be talking about strength exercise for tackling. Okay, what strength exercises are really going to help you on the field? Okay, because there's many ways you can get your tackling better. The main one being actually practicing tackling and working on your footwork, working on your timing, working on talking to your teammates and your line speed. These are all things that help. Okay, but strength goes a very, very long way. Okay, and if you're not a big rugby player, then strength helps even more. Okay, and that's what I've always had to be. I've had to be stronger just to be able to keep up with other guys on the field, because I was never born a massive kid, massive guy. I've always had to work harder. Okay, and that's why I teach people now, is how to get strong. All right, that's going to apply to the field, and that's what I've spent my life, really trying to work out. And now I've helped out, thousands of rugby players do the same, get really strong. Okay, so if you like this, please press like, share it with your friends. That really helps me out, and I really appreciate it. If you want to get coached by me, please check out my programming. I've now put a new package together for the RDC Beast Mode Academy, and it's awesome. Like, I've combined everything into one. So you can either have the super player program, maximum muscle. We can go between the two if you need. There's so much to it, and the results have been amazing. Like, seeing people change their lives and get their best shot on the field. All right, and that's what I want for you. I want you to have your best shot that you can possibly get on the field. Okay, so I'm giving you an unfair advantage. Okay, so let's get into it. So what muscles are going to really help you in tackling? And I want you to really think about this, okay? Because most people go to the gym and they waste their time. They waste their time not doing the most beneficial things. And you might have been listening to my content before, and I'm really big on training the legs. Okay, the legs need to be trained because that's what's going to push you into the ground. Okay, so that's what's connecting you to the ground, and that's where your power is going to come from. So if I can make your legs really strong, okay, and work really well for leg drive, so like this, that's you pushing your legs into the floor and really hitting down hard. Okay, that is what I need. Okay, and so what I've found for me personally and for like all my clients is, if I can get people to actually do a high bar back squat and with full depth, okay, and over time, I'm going to get better results than if I just do like quarter squats or half squats or even low bar back squats. Okay, it's going to convert more. All right, so that's one reason I like high bar back squats. So I'm just going to show you that. So I'm going to walk us over here to my next station. Here we are. Should be able to still see me. Okay, this is not my setup. All right, bar on the back. Pull it down, okay, and what you want to do is hips go back, knees go forward. All right, walk forward, rack the bar. Right, so that's your high bar back squat. All right, and it's working more muscles than just your legs. Like your lower back's working too, your upper back's even working. Like everything's squeezing to keep you tight. And one thing is, like, you're actually staying upright, so you're getting more quad drive. Okay, so more quad drive equals, that's your leg drive. That's pushing you forward. That's extension, right? And when I'm in this position and I'm going to come over here a bit more so you can see my legs. So when I'm going forward, I'm driving forward. What you do, you see my quads, right? They're helping me. Obviously, it's hip extension with the glutes. Everyone trains the glutes. All right, but if you really want to get glutes or you get that drive going, you need quads too. All right, and that's why I use high bar instead of other options, because a lot of people's quads are actually undeveloped. All right, so other exercises I also like to use is the sled. So a sled push. Let's turn this around. Hopefully the lighting's still good, and you can push a sled. Now, actually, your high bar back squat will actually, I'm going to face over this way. So your high bar back squat will actually build that up just as much. Build up your sled push. Okay, so you can be working on your high bar back squat and your sled push will get stronger. Now, the thing I really like about the sled push is that the different speeds you can do it at. And that goes with any exercises. But the thing about strength training is you don't want to always do the same speed, right? Like, you actually train the muscle fibers differently if they're more explosive in the different weight categories, and how far and how long it takes you to do an exercise will change the adaptation to that exercise, if that makes sense. I'm hoping I'm making that to make sense for you. But with the sled, not everyone has access to a sled, so I actually don't put it in my programs very often. I've been putting it in more because now I have more options. If you don't have a sled, I've come up with a couple of different ways. But a sled, like, you can do it fast. You can do a sprint with just a sled. You can go heavier and just really build up your strength. You can do strength endurance with it. I like to do a lot of conditioning with that before the season. Okay, that's why I put it into my programs. And I have different options if you don't have a sled. So they're my really big ones for building glutes, quads. Now I'm going to get into the other one no one really talks about. Okay, so this is number 2, which is your lower back. All right, no one really speaks about how to build up their lower back. They usually say back extension, lower back extension, so 45 degree, GHD. They're great exercises. I also really like reverse hyper. So I actually bought a reverse hyper for my home gym. Not many people have those. Not many people have them in the gyms, but they are an excellent exercise to do. Now, if you don't have one of those, what you can actually do is get yourself some big bands, tie them off like this. Hope this bar doesn't fall on me. Usually take the bar off, lie on the floor. My dog's going to come and say hello. Lie on the floor and you pull down. This box out of the way. We pull down. So up, pull down. Out of the way. You're in the way. Come on, move. Good girl. So just like that. That band was a bit light. Oh, we've lost me. Here I am. And we're back. Okay, so that's a really good lower back exercise. Now, why people don't really talk about lower back, people are usually scared of training the lower back, and I don't want you to be scared of training the lower back. The lower back is going to really help you convert that leg strength, okay? So the legs connecting to the ground going up through your body, okay? Everyone talks about the core, right? Everyone knows about the core. Everyone does that. You train the core whenever you do your squats. You train your core whenever you pick up something heavy, okay? But the lower back, if you can get that really strong, it's an awesome exercise. Now, I also like good mornings, okay? This is a good morning. You might really see my butt in this. That's fine. So that's actually going to load up the hammies. So loading up the hammies is also loading up the glutes. Okay, really good exercise. I put them in my programs too. That's going to build up your lower back. And that's going to help with tackling, because if you can think about it, when you hit someone, you've got to absorb their force, right? You're going to get hit, you've got to overcome that. Okay, and that's why the lower back's really important to train. So now my next one is the back and arms. All right, so I'm actually not talking about chest, shoulders, or any sort of pushing exercises in this one today. It's all about tackling exercises. Now, why the back and arms? Okay, so back and arms is really going to be beneficial for your grappling exercises. Okay, anytime you need to pull someone in or pull something in tight to you, arms and back work are a must. Okay, and so chin-ups. Chin-ups are a big one. So if you can do chin-ups, pull-ups, doesn't matter, switch them up, get stronger at them both, and then arm work. Okay, so I'm just going to bring this down here, and we shall have a look. Here's the home gym, some chin-ups, and some accessories. So chin-ups, they're still following me. Okay, so your chin-ups here, pulling up, get right up. All right, and that's that back strength, right? That's pulling in, getting that strength. All right, that's going to work those lats. All right, and that's going to help you miss less tackles. All right, because you're not always going to get your footwork right. You're not always going to have great technique. Okay, because you're going to get fatigued out there. Okay, but what you can do is rely on your strength. So, like, if someone does get away from you, they might have a really good side step. They might get away, and you have a big reach and pull them in. and you can actually hold on and pull them in, then you can still chop them, you still get them to the floor. You can still dominate that wrestle, because if you've got them here and you're dominating, you'll lock them in, you can really throw people around. Arms. Here we go. Hopefully you can see this. Okay, so a couple of dumbbells, and I got some fat grips on it. Okay, why do I got fat grips? I always put fat grips on my dumbbells. I'm going to do arm stuff. I think it's about $50 for a pair of fat grips. I haven't made my own yet, so it's not an endorsement. I just love using them. All right, and that's because it's going to help build up your forearms. Now, there's heaps of different ways you can train biceps. So there's 2 different ways there. There's a third. All right, and the different grips are going to train your biceps differently. All right, and one more thing, where your elbow placement is also going to train your biceps differently. And what part of the bicep you want to train. Okay, so if my elbows are in front, so I do like a preacher curl or a Scott curl, all right, that's going to change the stimulus. That's going to be one of the hardest stimuluses, especially if I do like a pronated grip like that. Right, that is one of the hardest stimuluses you'll do, and that's one of my favorites to actually build up your chin up, because most people are weak in that grip. And it's part of your biceps that they just get underdone compared to all the other muscles. So if we can build up those, what you'll find is your grip strength and how you grip people and pull them in will get way stronger. Okay, and it will also help out your chin-ups. And that's one of our main exercises that we want to build up in the gym, right? Is a chin-up. It's one of the ones we test on the RDC programs. And yeah, that's one I want to build up, is chin-ups. What am I missing? I've missed one for the lower back and the power one. I've actually missed out my hang power cleans. So I was talking about all that back work. And actually, one of the reasons I actually really like power cleans and all that compared to like a hex bar, squat jump or something like that is because the bar's in front of me, right, which actually makes my lower back and posterior chain have to work harder. So if I'm here, my phone storage is nearly full. I hope you've taken a lot away from this today. Legs, get them strong, get your lower back strong, get your upper back strong, and your arms, okay? They're all to go together. You get those strong, you're really going to have way better tackles, okay? You're going to be more confident going into them. You're going to be able to pull people in. And it'll probably actually, make you a bit heavier, okay? And that could really help. So if you're pound for pound stronger, it's going to help you into your tackles, all right? So if this has helped you, please share it with your friends, share it with your whoever. Help me out. Like I said about the programs before, if you want to be coached by me, love to have you on. If you're willing to do the work, I can give you that advantage and give you your best shot at making high teams next year. That's what I love to do. All right. Have a good one.